Vape ban? This is crazy. Is this vape ban affecting you in some kind of way? Let's talk about it. You definitely have clicked on the right video. So I'm about to get into it. I'm going to be talking about my facts and when it comes to some of my opinions when it comes to this vape ban that is affecting now Massachusetts as well too. Let's get into it. But before I dive into the video, I'd like to welcome you to my channel. My name is Magee. Thank you for tuning in. And my channel is usually about social behavior, but I have to kind of go off topic just a little bit because the thing is that I am a proud vapor. I love vaping. It keeps me away from the real evil. And I can't say evil because everybody have their vices, but that is, it keeps me away from black amounts and whatnot. And I don't hate or bash anybody that do cigarettes, but that is more of the dangerous thing to do compared to smoking vapors. But I do want to get into that though. Now you see the vape ban has been going around the US for just about a week now. It's been going on in New York, Michigan, but lately in Massachusetts, it's been a total ban when it comes to vaping. And that is no products involved with vape whatsoever can be sold in the state of Massachusetts. And that also means that we can't make online purchases as well too. And it can't be delivered to our homes. So what is a lot of people going to do? They're going to end up going back to cigarettes or Black and Milds or whatever vice that they use when it comes to smoking. Because a lot of the media, they try to talk about how dangerous vaping is, but a lot of them don't even have their facts straight. And even when it do come to like researching and stuff like that, you have some that are honest about what these companies find out when it comes to researching, and then you have other ones that bring up complete BS. Like for example, how can one source say that smoking vapor is just as dangerous as sitting behind a car exhaust and breathing in the fumes? That is completely false. There's no, that's not facts. And I'll tell you what's inside the e-juice that we use inside of our vapor. So actually what inside of the e-juice that we use inside of the vape, well, I can't say the pen because the pen is different when it comes to the jewel. But when it comes to like, I'm gonna just show it anyway. When it comes to something like this, right? So when it comes to the juice, it is water for the most part, right? Vegetable glycerin, that's one of the ingredients. Nicotine, and that's if you want nicotine in it. It can be 0%. Usually when you buy it from the stores, it's 3% or 6%, or I should say milligrams. And then you also have propylene glycol. That's inside of the e-juice as well too. The purpose of the PG is that it is basically for more flavoring. And a lot of people don't know the effects of that. And that is understanding. But do you also know what else people use that for? Because it's not just for the vaping too. So if you eat ice cream, junk food, soda, you like fast food places, is in that stuff as well too. So don't forget that. Asthma pumps as well, if I remember correctly. You can write that down in the comments below as well too, if you know 100%. Because I definitely feel the need that I want people to know exactly. But for these e-juice that we use, that's 4 ingredients, right? And they want to place a ban on this product. And the thing is that what a lot of people do not understand is that when it comes to people getting sick, the 500 plus people and the 9 that passed away, and by the way, rest in peace to the people that did pass away, is that a lot of people buy stuff from black market companies and bootleg companies. And that's the thing that's bad, and it sucks. Because it's easy access, especially for teenagers, to just go online and purchase it. Or just go to a gas station and just be like, yo, I want to get this and get that. And not every clerk is carding these kids. I'm not saying this, well, it is kind of their fault. But in the same token, some people do look older. They don't always card these people. But when you go to majority of these vapor stores, especially if these stores is just only vape products. They even have on their wall, we card people just like if you're going into a club or a bar. They card everybody. Like, even when I go to a specific spot, or used to go to a specific spot now because now they can't sell no more vapor stuff, it's like, when you're going in, they're like, yo, can we see your ID? And I'm 35 years old. And whoever else is with me, they card everybody at the door. And then you do have certain people that try to explain to me, but why is the e-cig a lesser evil compared to cigarettes? I can explain that as well too. And to me, that is actually an easy answer. Disclaimer, if you smoke cigarettes, this is not an attack to you. You have your vice, enjoy it. I am not hating. This is just for the people that ask or wants to know, why is vaping a lesser evil? It's still a vice. We still don't know the long-term effects of it. Hey, vaping is not a combustible. It's not. It have no carbon monoxide, no carbon dioxide. It don't have any tar. You know, when I used to smoke Black and Milds, and mind you, I used to smoke them a lot. I remember I used to blow my nose and there used to just be a bunch of brown stuff on a paper. You know, E-cigs didn't have that effect. You know, I didn't have shortness of breath. I didn't go through any of them issues the same way when I used to actually smoke real stuff. Me being a person that actually smoked stuff and then went to vaping, I noticed a big difference. So me being a consumer of both of these products, I was able to be like, wow, like, this is great. You know, I'm glad that I found the alternative to keep me away from this. And then if you consider the people around you, don't leave that offensive smell too, because people don't like the smell of cigarettes. People don't like the smell of Black and Milds. People don't like the smell of cigars, so to speak. But usually when somebody's vaping, they're like, yo, what's that smell? It smells like candy. It smells like fruit. It smells like a dessert, you know? And how many people finds that offensive? Like, sure, you might have a couple of people that might clown you, or you might have somebody that be like, yo, that smells good. But how often does people be like, oh, yo, that cigarette smells so delightful. Like, it's just, You know, like when you actually go inside somebody's car, you know, they're twice as, what's that word I'm looking for? I'll just say they're twice as likely to tell you, no, do not smoke that cigarette in my car, compared to, no, don't smoke that vapor in my car. Am I correct? Or even in that house. But wait, I have an interesting fact to give to you as well too. I want you to put something in perspective, right? So while this is going on in the US, a lot of people getting sick and dying, I have a question for you. You can Google it right now. How many people are getting sick in the UK? Okay. See, and the thing is like, it's almost as if like my conspiracy side is like, every state have dealings when it comes to the tobacco companies in general. And the fact is, the vape industry went up by 23% and tobacco is losing 26% of their income because there's so many more people that's now switching from actually smoking and going into vaping. So if you think about it, so many are so quick to get on the bandwagon of, hey, let's stop selling these vapes and let's make people try to lean back into the real killer. Because it is a known fact that tobacco is killing people. But they're trying to figure out if vaping is killing people. And the thing is that not too long ago, they're like, hey, you know what? It's not actually vaping that's killing people. It's the vitamin E inside of the bootleg THC cartridges that the black market is selling. Not all THC cartridges. The bootleg ones that people is making in their backyards and in their basements and whatnot because they're trying to make a quick buck. They're trying to make their hustle on, you know? So they found that out, right? So why isn't the government talking about, well, you know what, we actually found out what the case is, so we're about to lift this ban because now we know what's making people sick. Because New York has found out that 30% of the people, I'm not 100% sure if that's actually the overall that they have tested, or 30% of the people who are sick they have tested and found out that they all had the vitamin E traced inside of them, and then they're like, wait, this is what's causing their lungs to become infected and develop a new disease, because vitamin E is not supposed to be smoked or vaped. You know, it's good to ingest when you're eating or taking a supplement, but no way you're not supposed to inhale it. So I'm not hearing anything yet when it comes to the politicians on that. I'm waiting. So at the end of the day, is vaping 100% safe for you? No, nothing is 100% safe for us. Either if it's real cigarettes, we know it kills. Too much soda, we know it kills. Too much sugar, definitely know it kills. Too much of anything kills us. But at the end of the day, while we're living with human beings, most of us have our vices, most of us have our habits, we have our addictions. It's true, we all do. But at the end of the day, we find things that makes us comfortable, things that we like, as long as we're not hurting other people. That's how I look at it. And me, when I sit back, pick up my vape, take a couple of puffs, and I'm chilling, that's what I want to be able to do. You know what? And I like doing it. And I stand up for it. You know why? Because it makes me chill. It makes me relax. You know, it's better than me having a vice that makes me act out of character. Not speaking against anybody, towards anybody, or whatever. That's just always what I believed in since 2010, you know? And what a lot of people don't realize is that vaping actually been in existence since 1920, and had been pushed forward since 1960, or the 1960s, I should say, because I'm not 100% fact, because I didn't write that down in my notes. You know, I personally got into vaping since 2010, okay? So it's kind of crazy how I've been vaping since 2010, and then in 2018, I'd have x-rays done on my lungs, and my lungs was perfectly fine. And I feel sorry for the boy that his lungs wasn't fine, but he'd been vaping for a few weeks, and something was wrong with his lungs. And they said the reason why is because of vaping, and we need to ban it. And these people have been dying because of vaping, and they need to ban it. There's millions of people that have been vaping, and there's nothing wrong with them. And they've been doing it for years. And yes, some people can say it's because you do it, so you're advocating for it. A lot of y'all know me though. Even if I don't do it, I still speak up against it. Because that's just me, that's just my nature, you know? So, I think that's about it. I don't need to drag this out too long. I can't say a lot more, but I just wanted some facts out there, definitely.